every prayer, every name. Then I watched the one I loved disappear, and I never prayed the same. I took the cross down from the hallway, put the Bible in a drawer, stopped looking toward the heavens, stopped believing anymore. They said she's somewhere better, but I couldn't call it grace. I only saw an empty bedroom and her picture in its place. I carried anger like a stone. For years I walked alone, but even a heart that's turned away still knows where to go. Then I prayed again, with my back against the wall. I said, God, I don't know where you are, but don't let my daughter fall. I prayed again, not a preacher, not a saint. And somewhere in that broken room I learned what faith became. It's holding on when you cannot see the end. Sometimes hope comes back when you pray again. Three in the morning, hospital hallway, cold white lights above my head. Doctors moving through those doors, and every word I should have said. At the end of that empty corridor, a chapel burned one little light. I stood outside it full of anger, then walked inside. No thunder rolled above me, no voice called out my name, just an old wooden cross and all my pain. So I prayed again, with my knees against the floor. I said, I don't know if you still hear me, but I can't do this anymore. I prayed again, with every doubt inside, and for the first time in forever, I stopped trying to hide. It's reaching out when silence is your only friend. Sometimes hope comes back when you pray again. The morning hit the chapel window, cold light across the floor, and I heard footsteps down the hallway. Then the doctor opened the door. He looked at me and smiled. She's gonna be alright. And I looked up for the first time in years, and I prayed again for every heart that's lost its way, for every father in a waiting room who's got nothing left to say. Pray again, even if your voice still shakes, even with the doubts that faith can't erase. You don't need all the answers, you don't need to understand. Sometimes faith is simply reaching for a hand you cannot see, and trusting it is there. I thought faith meant the darkness wouldn't come. Now I know faith is walking through the darkness, still believing in the sun.